Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chaz Kayado, and the topic of today's discussion is what I've learned while I've been vlogging these past 6 to 7 months. And no, not specifically what I've learned about vlogging per se, but what I've learned about the academic community. Because yes, in terms of what I've learned about vlogging, I do know I've gotten comments that the volume tends to sound low. I think that's mostly because I talk pretty low. I actually get that comment in class from the students very often. So maybe I'm just more soft-spoken, so I'm going to try and talk a little bit louder. And then also, it's not a studio, so the acoustics in here probably aren't as good as some more professional vloggers or some people that have more time to do that. But regardless, I'm happy to still stand here and talk to you guys about academics. But referring to what I've learned about the academic community, really what I'm talking about is what is the feedback that I've gotten. And first and foremost, I do want to say I have gotten some positive feedback from specifically people within my cohort. They like these discussions that I present. It's really cool that I know several of them watch the videos as I post them. Maybe not every single one, but I do know that they watch them, and I think that that's really cool because I'm not really doing this for me per se. Specifically, the videos that refer to what's going on in the chapters for the dissertation. Really what I'm doing is I'm explaining my experience to people that will become future, people that take that class in the future. So it's really cool to know that I am getting information across that people are interested in. Some of the other comments that I've seen, really referring to just explaining my experiences with American College of Education. I've had several people message or email me asking questions on my experience, and I always give them honest feedback, just like I do in these videos, to help them determine if it is the best college for them. And even though, my personal experiences are mostly positive, obviously I am still in the doctorate program at this point, that doesn't mean that every single personality that is out there will have a positive experience, just like that would be the case with any college, right? We know that many people change colleges for one reason or another, and that's just the nature of finding a place where you feel most comfortable. And not everyone is going to feel comfortable in a completely online college, and I recognize that. There was a time in my life where I knew that if I didn't go in class and sit down, I wasn't going to get any information, and that's just the way I learned for a short time. And I get it. So if that's the way you are, then I understand. But for those who do have interest in the completely online academic setting, which is getting more and more prominent. I believe each year we're seeing that that type of schooling get a little bit higher, get a little bit more elevated rather. And so so that's what I'm glad to see that some of the comments that I'm putting out there are people that are interested in how these online programs tend to operate. And so I think that if I would have had videos like these that I could have listened to explain exactly what I could expect, I would have been a little bit more prepared. And I'm hoping that you guys that are watching these videos that will take these types of classes in the future are a little bit more prepared. And to really drive the point home, I do love to respond to the comments that you guys post. And so if you have questions, please put those in the videos. I don't always do the best job of answering immediately. Sometimes it might take me a week or two, depending on what my work schedule looks like. But I do try to get back to every single comment that's posted. So if you have specific questions, or even if you have general questions, because some of my videos really don't have anything to do with American College of Education or even graduate school in general. Sometimes it's just teacher related. Please post questions, post comments, start discussion. I love that. I think it's really, really cool. And it makes me feel like the information that I'm putting out there is relevant. When I see a video only has a couple views or no comments, it doesn't upset me or anything, but I do wonder, okay, well, maybe that's not something that teachers are super interested in listening to or discussing right now. So, but I am learning. I'm learning what people are most interested in, and as of late, it does seem that the review videos on my dissertation journey, as well as my just reviews on American College of Education in general, do seem to be the most popular. So I definitely know I will continue to do that. I have at least one more year of graduate school with ACE, and that's if everything plays out time-wise, or if I don't get set back in any classes, which is a very realistic possibility, especially when you get to the section of the paper, chapter 4, where you're doing the research. I know that there's a lot of students that during that research process don't always get their the research back to them, the content back to them, the data back to them, in order to do the completion of that chapter in just one session. So that's a very real possibility. But I will continue to update each time I take a class, and I may potentially go back and talk about some previous classes that I've taken too, based on what I can remember. But I am somewhat removed from some of those classes since I actually have completed everything up to this point except the dissertation courses. So a lot of those other classes are months if not years behind. So we'll see if that happens. But if that's something you're interested in, please comment below. I love reading your comments and I love hearing what you guys are interested in discussing. So thank you and have a great day.